another shout out during the season. Unfortunately, it doesn't count towards the total for the year, but it does count as a victory. Walk us through the feeling of the game.
Good, very very happy with it. I think we're clicking at the right time. You know, we're 10 on 10 undefeated now, so a bit of a run, which is great. I think we're also we're collective. We're a unit. I feel we're strong together, and I think you saw it. Guys are putting good shifts in, 65, 70, 75 minutes. And when they're gassed, you know, we have DPs coming off the bench who are hungry. That can go a different way, you know. Everybody wants to be on the field, and it's frustrating when you don't play. But so when you see guys biding their time and when they come in, they make a huge difference. And that's a sign that everybody is pulling in the right direction on the same train, and that's what it's going to take if you want to be successful in the postseason. So I'm super stoked to see that.
You guys have had you had a couple big saves that you were forced to make. Was that a byproduct of miscommunication, or how did you see that from your end?
Yeah, you know, I think we played really well today, but those are the things we're going to look at a little bit and see if we can clean it up, because the margins for the room for errors is non-existent in the playoffs. You know, in that first half, I think we felt very comfortable. We were playing a good game. Yet they have two pretty good chances where, you know, I think Nu does really well to disturb Ferreira from behind, and then I'm fortunate to be able to make a save on the other one, but that can completely change the game, right? That's how it goes. That's football. But we survived those moments, and then I think we had a really really good game. So sometimes I think when you have good games collectively, it's easier to look at moments and try to improve, and I think we can say that there is moments like that we're going to be very honest with ourselves and say we can be better, we need to be better, because we know the potential of this team, we know the possibilities of achieving something together, and for that we need to be cleaner.
Can you talk a little bit about Nico and Raul coming off the bench? I mean, it's been a minute that they've been doing that a little bit during the regular season. So was there any different layer to that because it is the playoffs and you might expect to go to your DPs for the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, that's the gaffer makes those decisions on who starts and who plays. But I have to say, again, kind of what I alluded to there before, that everybody wants to play, and you know, I've seen in the past sometimes that means players that don't get to play, they start pouting, they go the wrong way, the wrong direction, and it hurts the team ultimately. We're not seeing that. We're seeing the opposite. We're seeing guys who are hungry, who appreciate coming in and being able to make a difference, and what a luxury to have, to be able to put Nico Lodeiro onto the field, to put Raul Ruiz onto the field. This is usually the time where opponents are like, sweet, starting 11 is coming off. Maybe it's a downgrade, and it's definitely not a downgrade when you have those guys come in. So, and then just the way they played, hungry. I loved it. I mean, Nico's involved in the second goal. It's a great team goal. I had an amazing angle of it. We had good patience there, good overlap by Nu. All the things we've been working on, and they kind of came together. And it's great to see that, because I think it's when you can show an example of we've done things well, and you can commend every part that played their part in that. It feels good, and then it's going to be easier to keep pushing hard and keep going in training and trying to get better. So good first step, good. Long ways to go. Gotta keep putting the effort in and trying to get ready for the game at Dallas.
When you get stressed defensively, because the couple times you were stressed, they took a couple of shots, but you were able to regain. Is that something when you look at just the communication and trying to stay together? Because it looked like that's what happened a couple of times. You got stretched.
Yeah, you know, it's twofold. One, it's there's these moments where in possession you're trying to stretch the opponent, but in doing so you're sometimes stretching yourself too, and so if it doesn't come off, that one critical pass, you've kind of shot yourself in the foot, right? And you leave yourself exposed or stretched. So we'll look at that. And then the other one is just maybe just communication and reading the danger zones a little bit quicker, so that if we do get stretched, can we get stretched on the outsides? Can we leave the space on the outsides where it's a little bit less, we're a little bit less vulnerable in those two instances, I think we left a bit of a hole in the middle, and obviously we know that's the danger zone. So yeah, we'll look at it. It'll be good to get different viewpoints, the bird's eye view that we always get, and more tactical things, so we can see exactly what went wrong and how we can fix it.
You know, one of the players who has come into more playing time recently is Josh.
Huh?
What do you make of his performance and how he sort of kept his head up when he wasn't getting the minutes that he probably wanted?
Yeah, so what I'm seeing on the pitch is, I think I've touched on that before. I think he's a good frame on him. He uses his frame quite well when he's got the ball, when he's under pressure. He can shake off tackles or half tackles quite well and maintain possession in a very cool and collected manner, it seems. So we don't start panicking, because sometimes that can be a kind of a chain reaction, right? If someone has the ball and you sense a little bit of discomfort or giddiness, and then he sends the ball to the next person, it just keeps kind of going, you know. But he's got the opposite effect. He seems calm, collected, and then it's an easy pass, and it kind of exudes that calmness, which is, for a young guy, it's fantastic, you know. He's only going to get more experience, which will make him even more calm. That's amazing. I liked from him today also, you know, not afraid to pull the trigger. I think I was laughing, joking with him in the shower that his left foot had a good chance. I was surprised. It was a good shot. They ended up blocking it, but it looked really good, and so that's a good thing. Having that confidence to pull the trigger when you have some veterans around you who are probably barking at you to play the ball. In the danger zone, you got to realize that we're working to get you in that position, or whoever finds themselves in that position, so that they pull the trigger. And so his understanding of the game is quite good. The last one, and I think it's the big one, is you mentioned again, when someone doesn't see minutes and they feel like probably they deserve to see minutes. For me, that's when the character comes out. What do you do? Do you start pouting? Do you start showing up later for training? Do you not put 100% in? Or do you go the opposite? Do you show up earlier? Do you put in more? Are you getting stronger? Are you asking the gaffer, why am I not playing? What do you want to see out more from me? Where can I get better? I see that from him. And again, that's a testament of character, and ultimately character is, I think, what separates professionals and good professionals.
How different do you think Game 2 is going to be? You know, I mean, they're obviously going to be desperate to get a win to even it out. Could it be like a wild game for a Game 2, or what do you kind of early expect?
I think we'll all are in to kind of figure that one out, because obviously the structure of the system now in playoffs first round is different. I think St. Louis, Kansas, is that the only one where the home team didn't win? Yeah, so that's the only one where it truly is. It's desperate times now, I think, for the team that's going to be away. Other than that, I think for the most part, teams that had to take care of business in their first round did so, right? And so it'll be interesting to see. I expect it probably is a complete mood swing where you have relief on the team that just won. You have a sense of urgency on the team that now hosts the second game. And then does that mean that it, for the most part, will come down to a game 3? Then we could have just done a one-round game, right? But I guess we're in for a ride to figure out what's going to happen. So we'll see.
Y'all aren't going to sit back, though, right?
No, we're not.
Okay,
No, definitely not. I mean, we have an opportunity. We have 2 opportunities now, right? They need to take care of business. We have 2 opportunities. We're not going to sit back. Otherwise, you could just leave, everybody at home and wait for the third game. But I think there's a sense probably of relief that you took care of business, and I'm saying that amongst the whole league probably. The team that was at home had the advantage. If they took advantage of it, great. There's a sense of relief. Job's not done. Definitely not.
How would you say the team pulled itself out of the rut it was in during the middle of the first half, as far as giving away balls, both offense and defense? I think the team kind of pulled itself out of that and got back into solid play.
Yeah, I think we were just. I wouldn't call it a rut. I think we had a really good game. But you just got to be careful. If you feel like you're in control of the game, you cannot get comfortable, because again, like I said, there's one tiny little instance and boom, and now you're down a goal, right? So I think we had a good chat about that at halftime. That hey, we're liking the way we're playing, but that we cannot get too comfortable. We still need to keep going. We need to make sure that we're consummate professionals at all times, everywhere, and see this game out. Got to win the second half, see it out. But there'll be spells. That's the beauty of the game too. There's spells where you dominate, where you possess. There's spells where you're bend, don't break. We said this over the last successful years that we had within this franchise. You need those. It's never Barcelona where you're in control for 90 minutes. So I'm happy with it. We thought we did well. We hustled and found a way out when we needed to, and we had some beautiful play up top at the same time.